What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we have a little something different. We're stepping into Historic for a second, and we're gonna play a Gruul list. Now this is a bit different. I got the core of the list from an MTG Melee event that happened over the weekend, and I couldn't find the person's name again, so I apologize for that. However, the main reason I was excited because I was already thinking about something like this and saw that somebody else has done it. And we're getting to play Sarkhan's Unsealing, which hopefully is going to be a little bit of an answer to help deal with some of the Goblin list. But before we get into it, remember to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and help us keep on growing around here. But for now, let's go take a look at this Sarkhan's Unsealing Gruul list. Alright, running down the list, you for sure want to have your Llanowar Elves, so that's a given. I'm trying Humble Naturalist because this list is mostly creatures. I think except for like the Embercleave and the Sarkhan's Unsealing, I think everything else is creatures. So we're actually going to try to play this because it does block some goblins and a few other things early. As a 1-3, it might turn out to be okay. Bonecrusher Giant, Harbingers, Still Leaf Champions, Rekindling Phoenix, which is really good once you have a Sarkhan's Unsealing out, because then you block, get 4 back, deal 4 damage. That's a real cool thing. There's our Sarkhan's Unsealing, Questing Beast, Terror of the Peaks, which, by the way, when you get Terror of the Peaks with a Sarkhan's Unsealing or whatever, like every creature doing tons of damage, like it's really good. Zalortha, because you need a few things that actually have 7 power. Also works well with Terror of the Peaks, having bigger power than toughness, and Rekindling Phoenix, and Still Leaf Champion, and Harbinger, so like you see the pattern here. 1 Embercleave, possibly should be more, we'll find out, and then 3 Carnage Tyrants. Lands are kind of what you expect, nothing real surprising here, but we are playing 1 Bonder's Enclave. There is also a sideboard for this. As usual, you can download the deck list down below at my Aetherhub link, but let's go give this a go in the arena. Alright, we'll keep it. I mean, we also get to see this Humble Naturalist in action, potentially, so let's give that a go. Now, this is a case where the Naturalist not being, say, like a Paradise Druid is annoying because we can't just play the Unsealing the way we want. But in most matchups, I don't think we want to just run the Unsealing out there anyway, but we'll see. I mean, it is possible we want to just Bonecrusher Giant next turn, then Naturalist, then Unsealing, then Carnage Tyrant. I mean, we could get lucky if the lands fell that way. But you never know. It's also possible we play the Naturalist and it just dies to one of the million creature removal cards, which would not be too surprising. If so, we'll probably just play the Giant outright next turn. So we're attacking with a 4-power creature. If they don't do anything to the Naturalist, then I think we'll just try to play the Rekindling Phoenix. Oh, is this that silly combo deck? You know, as much as I want to play the Phoenix, I feel like we just attack. See if maybe we can get the opponent to commit some amount of mana or something to play the equipment or pump their paladin, and then we try to shoot it. Interesting, the opponent looked like they were thinking about blocking there. That's interesting. Forgot about the +1/+1 parts. That's kind of annoying. I might just goof this whole thing up, y'all. I mean, I guess I still technically could have waited, but that made me a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, in hindsight, I don't know. Maybe not. I was thinking maybe it's possible we could have played this and then done something else. But here we're just going to run the Unsealing out and see what happens. Opponent on just a Vampire Knights list, and that's not really part of a combo? Dang it. There's a combo where you can take damage, untap it, and do that thing with the Oh no, actually, that's with two other creatures. Never mind. Regardless, I think we're mostly safe here. Yeah. Alright, now we're good to go. Plus, if we draw a land, we get to Carnage Tyrant and blow up across the board, which is awesome. Oh, that's just bonus. Come on, no whammies. Land off the top. Land off the top. Oh, that didn't do it. That didn't do it. That is not it, fam. Okay. So I guess what we're gonna do is we'll tap this, this, and this to play this and kill Sorin. Because we definitely want that out of the way. And then we'll just go ahead and kill this, just to save ourselves the pain and anguish. Yeah, this is going to be rough for the opponent now. Because even if they find a way to get rid of our creatures on board, I mean, we can cast the Steel Leaf, we can cast the Rekindling Phoenix, and each of those are going to do 4 damage when they come into play, so that's already going to be a lot. Man, Humboldt Naturalist is so-so, but like if Goblins didn't exist where I knew you're going to have to block sometimes and whatnot, and that deck being so popular, I would much rather just play a Paradise Druid, but that's just not the world we're in, unfortunately. Alright, come on, land. Alright, oh, that's a good one. How much mana can we get out of this? We can get 6, 7? It's not enough to do anything with. We need 8 for that to matter. Alright, so we're just going to do this. Blow up all the opponent's things, and deal 4 to the opponent. And we're going to get in there for 5. Which basically makes our board lethal next turn. So not a bad situation to be caught in. I mean, technically the board isn't, but, I mean, we have a creature in hand that the opponent can see, so that would definitely be lethal. Alright, Sorin's going to do something that's probably irrelevant. Alright, Veto does nothing. I mean, I guess technically Veto buys the opponent a turn. Alright, so if we get 6 mana, we can play this. That's 1. Kill Sorin. Not that it matters. Maybe we just kill the opponent here. 3, 4, 5. Oh, that'd be 4. Gets us to 7. So, yeah. Man, we just had all the damage. Oh, because it's too small. That doesn't kill Sorin. Duh, that's just a waste of mana. I'm stupid. Alright, either way. Let's get rid of Veto. We'll just blast the opponent. And then try for Xaxes. And then we'll get an attack. And that's all we need. Ooh. Man, Sealing did so much work. This hand needs a lot of help, but we do have the cards to do what we want to do for the most part. Unfortunately, this Llanowar Elf's going to die a horrible death right out of the gate. But we do have another one. Hopefully we can draw some extra lands to get out of this, but we'll see. Alright, they're just going to hit it with the Firebrand. Makes sense. Proxa, sure. We have no problem. We'll just discard this Carnage Tyrant because we're a long way from being able to play that. Fantastic. We'll just run this other elf out here. And now, not knowing what the opponent's quite up to just yet. Fanatical Firebrand, want to kill a Llanowar Elf? Sounds like a plan. Well, our backup plan now is going to be to play this Harbinger. So let's do that. This needs 5 other cards in the yard. Okay, well, there's still a little bit of ways from that. So next turn, we probably just try to play the Unsealing and then start trying to set up a way to go over the top of Kroxa, potentially. Oh, well, that's going to be unfortunate. Alright, we'll get rid of that. That leaves 2 cards in the yard, 3 cards in the yard. Alright. Oh, that's not pleasant. I mean, if they have another one, we just die, right? Well, not true, because we wouldn't lose life. We just discard the Unsealing. Alright. They're probably just going to sack and draw cards here, I'd imagine. Nope, just putting it in the yard. And then now they'll be a card away from setup for that. Which they can do next turn if they get another land. Well, they already have the land. There you go. Alright, well. I say we sack this. Do we? Is this the plan? Is this the play? Do we just hit the opponent? I think we do just hit the opponent. This might be the only way we get there. Because, like, they're going to Kroxa. We're going to discard this. Hopefully we draw another 4-power creature that we can target the opponent with. So that'll put them to 8. If they block with Kroxa, we just kill that. Ugh, why did we miss? Why? Why did we miss? That's so unfortunate. Yep. Alright, we don't know what that mystery card is. But the opponent's yard's empty now, at least. Oh, it's another Kroxa. Ugh. Okay, we're at 8. Oh, no! Where? Oh, goodness. Why was that not the other one? Zalortha or whatever. That would have been awesome. Oh, if that was Godzilla, that would have been so good. Oh, Godzilla would have been huge there. Oh, gosh. We're going to go to 5. This is so savage. Come on, deck. Provide me a creature we can play. Another Questing Beast would be spectacular. That is totally not it. Alright, opponent's back to 3 cards in the yard. Priest of Forgotten Gods. We don't really care about her too much. Oh, gosh, really? Come on. Come on. We have so many answers. So many things we can do. Okay, well now we need something for real so we don't even die to this Mayhem Devil. Llanowar Elf, you are not it, friend. I think we are just dead. Oh, gosh. Those cards would have come up in a different order, a land and then the Carnage Tyrant. Ugh, that would have been so much better. Because we lost the life either way. Like, there's just no win there. Yeah, we just block. I mean, there's no point in just taking that. Okay, there we go. That helps a bunch. That's a thing. They can sacrifice, get some mana. We go to 5. Carnage Tyrant triggers the Unsealing. We deal 4 to everything, including the opponent. We are down to 5. The opponent's at 8. They've got a pile of things in the yard. They can Kroxa to put us to 2. The question is, can they kill us? They cannot. Interesting. I think the opponent should have Kroxa'd there. Put us to 2. We attack. The opponent only goes to 1. We'd still have to draw something with our Unsealing to get out of that. This hand definitely has to go back. We can't do anything with that. This is significantly better. I think we're going to get rid of the Harbinger Try to turn 2 Naturalists. If the Naturalist dies, then we'll just play the Champion. And then hopefully by then we have another land to make use of this Questing Beast, is what we're kind of going to hope happens. But I don't really know. Alright, we're going to keep this. There goes that Harbinger back into the deck. And let's see what the opponent does. Alright. We're going to put the Stomping Ground in tapped. Nothing real fancy to do turn 1. Turn 2, we're going to play Naturalist. Now, here's the benefit. If the Naturalist lives, then we get to just play Questing Beast, and that's pretty exciting. Though, truth be told, with the opponent playing Elves, I'm actually not going to play Questing Beast this turn. I'm actually going to play this. So we can attack for more damage next turn. Because otherwise we attack for 4 here, but then we're only attacking for 4 next turn, so that's 8. And then we wouldn't be able to play another Questing Beast, so we play this, right? But if we do this, now we're attacking for 1. Plus next turn we're going to attack for 9. So we get 10 damage in as opposed to 8 damage in, which is significantly better, for obvious reasons. And then, in the event, we draw something over the top. By the way, if you're playing Elves lately, don't play Marwyn. Marwyn's just a trap. It feels like there's so many other better things you could be doing that Marwyn's just not it these days, I don't think. Now, here's an interesting thing, right? Had we actually played the Questing Beast, we would have been able to play the Steel Leaf Champion and use the Bonecrusher Giant here. So we could potentially lose, though we made the higher damage play. Because if they play like Elf, Marwyn becomes a 3/3, and then tap Marwyn for 3 and do something else, like that could be a thing. So, well, see, now you can tap Marwyn for 3 anyway, and still do some other things. Oh, there's an Archdruid. Alright. Still might be okay. Don't know yet. If they have another Elf Lord, this gets scary. Because at least right now, we could shoot down the Clan Caller, and they still can't block Questing Beast or this. And that's a pretty good situation for us. So we're going to test that theory and see what happens here. Alright, we're going to attack. And that does it. This is interesting, because really we can't do anything with this, but I don't really want to throw it back because we have enough top decks that make this okay. And if it works out, we can end up with an early Carnage Tyrant. Oh man, come on. Let the elf live and let us draw the 5/4. Nope, that was not good. Not bad, but not good. Because now if the Llanowar Elf dies, we can't cast anything unless we top deck something. So, oh, the fairy, that hurts. Oh, they did what? What's happening? Did we just get bailed out? I mean, they might play a sweeper next turn or something. Might be their plan, I suppose. But if they do, we have another Questing Beast, so we don't hate that. And then we can Carnage Tyrant the next turn. Alright, opponent, what you got for us? Justice Strike. Okay, we don't mind a Justice Strike. That's fine. We still get to off it to Fairy here. We like that exchange. And then we'll be able to Carnage Tyrant no matter what happens next turn. So I dig that. 5 in at the opponent.
Really should have seen that coming.
What I like about this too with the Garenberg is that with 5 lands you can play the Carnage Tyrant, which is great. And here, even if the opponent has an answer to this, we don't greatly care. It's like, okay, cool, you kill our Questing Beast, but you know, we still have things. Alright, so Harbinger. Do we want to do that, or do we want to just do Carnage Tyrant? I think the plan is probably just attack here. And then Carnage Tyrant. I mean, if they sweep the board, then we just try to Carnage Tyrant again. Just do what we can. I mean, I'm going to assume they don't have Shatter this guy, or they would just do their thing, right? Though, I will say in hindsight, anytime opponents have a bunch of Planeswalkers, sometimes it is just better to play like a Carnage Tyrant and see if maybe they have some type of board sweepers or something, and then follow up with a Questing Beast. Because that's just a better play a lot of the time. Alright, we can play double Carnage Tyrant, but I don't think that's really where we want to be. So, things being what they are, let's tack down to Fairy, hit Narset. I think that's what we want to do. Because again, as much as it feels like we're being too conservative, I don't want to leave ourselves too open to just getting hit with a sweeper and then having nothing. Because that would have been bad if opponent has both Teferi and Narset and they're drawing a card. Like, that would have just been too much to overcome. Especially since they're could potentially get additional cards every turn here. Alright, there's a Shatter this guy, which we knew was a possibility. That is nice. Don't hate that. Question is, do we think we can resolve it? I don't feel like we can. And that's unfortunate. I would like to try next turn if we draw a land, because then we can do that and Harbinger. I think we just do this. I mean, it would have been nice to stick that, and, you know, but we're just not doing anything with what's here.
I'm not going to sit this one out.
Alright, the opponent gave up. Not sure why, but we'll take it. I'm not totally sure why the opponent scooped that last game, but that tells us we probably were in pretty good shape. Because if they're doing that, that means their hand was probably junk. So then if we go ahead and play the Unsealing, we're probably home free after that. So, I'll take it. And honestly, I will say, once you land the Unsealing against the control decks, it's actually pretty good. Because pretty much every card, except for what we had remaining would have been other than 5 of them would have actually dealt damage every time you cast one. So that's pretty powerful stuff, really. It's pretty sweet. But the deck overall is pretty neat. We do hold up pretty well against some of the smaller decks. If the goblins go wide, you're pretty much just hoping to hit an Unsealing and then sweep them. Though sometimes you can get lucky and get some combination of like an Unsealing plus a Bonecrusher Giant or whatever. But if you're looking for a different way to play Gruul in Historic, this is definitely worth considering. There's some cool stuff happening with this list. I say shuffle it up, give it a go, see what happens. And if you could do me a big favor, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and honestly, if you could go one step further and share this video with other people on social media, whatever, to really help us get some reach in our videos, that would be great. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.